Around today of the Tier 3 campaign in Season 8. Should be good fun. As usual, I'm just going to be sorting out all the audio settings and making sure everything's double okay before we get into the good stuff, and then we'll be on our way. Let's get all the right stuff up for you lot. Don't need tyre. Fastest lap. Yeah, I wish you could switch between all the different cameras. That'd be cool, but you can't. Anyway, let's get on with the first drivers of the session. Aston Martin at the moment. Craig will be the first to set a lap. So just going to leave him on board a sec as he's on his out lap. It's quite a short one, so we're going to have to be quite quick with this. But I am going to mute and just make sure all the sound's okay for you lot. Right, okay, so game audio can be a bit louder. I didn't like that last week. I watched a bit back and I quite like listening to the engine. So let's get that up. And if I've got time, just before he starts his lap, I'm going to put my mic levels just a bit down a bit so you hear less of the popping. I should be a bit better now as we get on to the first lap. So, oh, he's got a Red Bull that spun on his exit there. Harry Palmer DSQing. Not sure if that's for a penalty or not. We will see. Coming to turn one, takes the apex quite nice. Not carrying the best of speed, but he gets a nice exit though, which is the most important part of the CRS's coming onto this straight. Doesn't really have to worry about positioning here. Pulls it to the right going into it. You're braking out about 80 metres there. He's taking a lot of curb there. Again, not the best of apex speed for the Aston Martin, but once again the exit was still pretty good, so it's not too bad. Nicer apex speed there as he comes round, taking as much of the exit curb as he can. Comes round into the other S's of the track. It's pretty much all S's this track. It's a really tricky one to get down with, but not looking too bad. He's not losing traction, which is important, so he's going to be setting a decent banker lap as long as he can finish these last two corners. I say last two corners, it's last corner and a kink to be clear, but not too bad. Obviously setting purple, being the first one out on track to do so. Coming across the line in a second as he goes past the pit lane, keeps it nice and tight to the lime green concrete and crosses the line for a 109 flat. So it's not bad, not a very bad, not too bad of a lap to start with. Good banker to set a precedent of. We got Little Juan setting a 110.3, so Craig's done a pretty decent. There was a wheel popped off there. I don't know if you saw that, but there was a bit of a. There it is again. It's just a Pirelli tyre skin across the floor. A bit of a weird one. We've got Ferguson on a lap, I think, almost getting caught up with a slowing car who seems to be in a different wavelength to them, starting the laps a bit earlier. Ferguson starting his a bit later. Well, no, sorry, Ferguson's has just finished his lap as he's set a 111.6, 111 flat for Harvey. Dragon taking P3 at the moment with a 109.8. One of the three to jump into the nines. Mazel's also doing the same. Mazel's, I do remember having a great race around Brazil early last season when I think it was Gioshine and Bailey were fighting for the lead. We had Mazel's come in and take a good chunk of the battle too. So should be on good form today. I think he's got the track pretty nailed on. Ross going up to P5 with a 110.2. We got Veloce Ayab going up to P8 in the Ferrari with a 111.9, and then we've got Gautier in P10 with a 140. Not a respectable lap. So definitely just a delta to help him with the next ones. Fandango in P11 at the moment, obviously hasn't set a lap, so that is quite null and void. But we'll stick on board with him for a minute and just see how he does in the McLaren. Nice apex speed there. Gets on the throttle in third. Could be shorting up to fourth for a bit of a better time placing the foot down, but not too bad. KXI, great lap, 108.7 for a banker for him. So he's setting the highest of precedence so far for the rest of the grid. McLaren's coming across now on to the lime green. We've got another lap going ahead, and for the McLaren firstly, it's a P3, 108.8. So quite a few people get into the 8s now, so 9's not going to be the pinnacle of today. But what we did see a second ago was Ross taking P1 for the split second with a 108.5. But Veloci Ayab takes a 108.3 instead and steals the thunder quite instantly. And we've only got two people yet to set a lap at the moment, and that is Draper and Ayati Connects. I chuckled because I was going to say something that I probably shouldn't say on camera, but it's okay. We just skipped that beat. But yeah, Draper's starting a lap now, only on medium, so he's looking to save a set of softs for the race, which is not a bad idea to be fair. Brazil's a really short track, a lot of close walls, big chances for safety cars, and I hope so, because last week, although it was great racing, and that I do have the utmost respect for initially, it would have been nice to have a bit of a vocal break in the midst of all the great battles. IRT Connect's not setting a lap yet, he's still in the pits. So we will stick on board with number 21, that guy Draper, in the AlphaTauri at the moment as he comes round for his lap. It's a weird one because a few games ago, it was really fun to mess around with the mediums in quali. It was like a mini game for all the drivers. It was like everyone goes out on mediums straight away, and you just see who's the best because you could actually be competitive with them. But nowadays, I mean, it only took us until a few months to when we was actually allowed to use mediums in qualifying. You couldn't change the tire selection, so to go harder, softer, or standard. So it's a bit of a new one to a lot of drivers who haven't been in the scene for quite a while. But yeah, it used to be like a mini game. It'd just be an unwritten rule that you go out on mediums first and try and set a good lap. It's not a bad lap actually from Draper for a medium run. 109.5. It's not competitive for the top 10. Realistic. I say that he's only a couple of tenths off of being in the top 6. So really not a bad lap for mediums there at all. As he comes around into the pits now, just in that little bit of a limbo now, where we're waiting for everyone to get back out and get on with their second laps. But let's get on board with how about that? Where is he? Let's find him. I think it's an Alpine. We'll get on board with him so we can see the group he's around as we're waiting for them to start their runs. That's Leon in P13 at the moment with 109.6. I know you can do a bit better. Leon, the lucky git, packed completely irrelevant to F1. So if you don't play FIFA, then just blank this out your head. But he packed Team of the Year Mbappe the other day, so he's an incredibly lucky sod. So, like I said, he's got nothing to do with F1, but I'm very jealous. There's another person in this bloody lobby that's packed an unreal Team of the Year on FIFA, and it's Drake, but he packed bloody Messi last night. I'm sat here, I put 80 quid on the other day and got bloody like a few gold cards. It's crap. But enough of that now. We're on to the racing. So let's get on board with the Red Bull. Ooh, bit of a wheel spin there for the other Red Bull, not the one we're trying to find. But Ferguson in P8 starting his second lap now. So we'll give it a bit more of a cinematic view for this one as we come around Sao Paulo. Nice little apex there. It's hard to judge off this camera angle, but the exit looks good, sticking along the white line and the green and yellow curbs as he comes round. He's going to have a bit of traffic there, but he's going to stay out of the way. Kept it in the lines. Nice, good stuff. You can see the Alpine and the McLaren also starting the laps behind, looking to challenge for positions. But yeah, looking good so far for the Red Bull. Like I said, Brazil's a really tricky track to avoid alliteration, right? But it is. It's a weird one. It's a lot of traction zones. Even though the track is so short, all these little U-turns you see on the map in the bottom right, every one of those is a slow apex. Although you can take them quite fast, it's still quite slow when you're thinking about how much aero the car is using, the aerodynamics. It's tricky because you've got to be aggressive with the throttle to get the pace, but at the same time, a lot of these drivers will be using lower wings than they'd feel comfortable with, because of that advantage on the straights with the DRS. It's such a big advantage to have when trying to overtake. So ideally you want to be starting up the front on a track like this because of how aggressive it is. But for the drivers that aren't going to be starting near the top, yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I think it's always quite a track you have to focus on. There's not many long straights. It's constant corners. It's similar to Hungary. I know there's a few in this tier and abouts in this tier. Harry Palmer being one of them that uses no line. It's one of them ones where you just got to concentrate because there's not a lot of references around the track. So if you have a look here, there's no marker boards. It's all based on feel. You've got a few Rolex boards on the right which tend to get broken a bit with wobbles out of traction in the race, but there's really not much to go on. It's just track and a bit of grass and a few tall buildings outside the area of what you're looking for. So it's quite a tricky one, even with line. Let's not take that away from them. But yeah, sorry, we was on with Ferguson as he was on his lap. Kind of stepped away from talking about him initially, but he's coming to the pits, so hasn't invalidated, but he's not gaining much time, so he's going to save his track time instead by coming into the pits. We got KXI coming around in P7 at the moment in the 108s. We've seen Nacho just jump up to a 108.4. Very good lap. Fandango's been dropped down to 4th for that, as he's in the pits at the moment. Dragon dropped to 5th. Obviously Ferguson didn't improve there, and neither has KXI, as he has come into the pits for his second run to end early. Yellow flags, but nothing too major. And I believe it is an Aston Martin, and it is Dragon on speed, taking a bit of a spin. And that corner, as I was talking about just a minute ago, the traction zones, that one's hell, because it's not off camber, a little bit off camber coming off the exit. It's just, it really messes with the car. It doesn't like it. It doesn't. I'm trying to figure out in my head now. Excuse me. Fucking hell. Sorry. Yeah, it's a very tricky corner. This one here also. This one is off camber. So as you're coming around the left now, you can see that it's quite a flat one, and it's just the car just doesn't like it. You think of tracks like Zandvoort. Zandvoort turn 4 and 5 is a nice example. How nice the car swings around that left-hander because of how angled the camber is. So there's positive camber and there's negative camber, and you just really want to be on the positive side of that. So you get to swing the momentum of the car around rather than having to worry about it sliding off. A place where you can see it sliding off is under the hotel in Abu Dhabi. It's a horrible corner. It's good if you get it right, but if you're not getting it right, it's such a tricky one where the track is just sliding off to the right, and the car just hates it. It just wants to go along with the track, but you're trying to pull it to the left, and it can be a tricky one. Draper setting a P6 precedent at the moment of 108.7, so not bad for a second run. Technically his first run the soft, so he's got used to the tyres pretty quickly to put himself up there. We've got Mighty Beget in P13 with a 109.1. Definitely can be looking to do a bit better than that. IRT Connect's not setting a lap, so I'm guessing maybe he is serving a penalty. Polish man not setting a lap too. Could be the same for him. Sorry, my nose is just... Ooh. Oh, sorry, I shot the mute to give my nose a clear there, because starting to block up like an outlap in Monaco. But yeah, everyone now getting ready for their final runs of the session. While they do that, let's just get onto the stream and see if anyone's about to say hello. Let's have a look. Good luck, says Core Paradox. Spider Rob says, how do you block a pit lane, lol? So I'm guessing that's what happened with Harry Palmer, because there's a glitch where you saw the wheel in turn 1. There's a glitch where if you hit the pit wall, for some reason it teleports your car out and it leaves a bit of stuff. Let's go race time, says Strauss. Champ is here, says Bailey. Obviously the champion of this tier from last season. He's asking me if I'm on my own. I said yes, I am on my own at the moment. And DC in the comments screaming my name, so thank you for that. But yeah, I think everyone's about to be getting onto the final run now. But yeah, Bailey, I am on my ones if you want to join. Every right to. I mean, you're the champion of the tier. Who's going to say no? Ugh. There it is, the wheel again in turn 1. It's so odd, that glitch. There's so many glitches on this game. I'm rambling in this session. I'm not even talking about the times at the moment. But there's so many just random glitches that have been in since day 1 and they still ain't fixed them. It's quite a joke. But don't worry about it, because we've got an elimination mode in online. Like, who cares? I don't care. If I want to play elimination games, I'll play GTA. Just so many crap excuses. Well, not even, they don't even give excuses. They don't even say nothing about the glitches. So hopefully we don't see any glitches in this session. Touch wood, but I think we'll be okay. Veloce Ayub still taking P1 at the moment. We've got Ross coming around for his no, I think he's just set that. Sorry, 108.1 for P2, jumping Nacho. Fandango's got back into P4 now. Has he got back into P4 or is he still in P4? I'm not too sure because I was on my little ramblings. But back on board with Ferguson. P7 at the moment with a 108.7. So he did seem to. Ooh, that's a bit annoying for him, but didn't seem to be getting in the way too much. But yeah, he was up a little bit on his time, about 3/4 of a tenth, but it's not going to matter anymore as he's taking a bit of a spin in that treacherous corner that we've been capturing so many times this session. KXI at the moment 2/10 up on his time, and that will put him within the top 3 range if he can carry on. 2/10 up in a very early stage of the lap as well, so very good time set at the moment for his first sector as he's coming across 2 and 3. If he can keep that up, he's definitely looking at a chance of pole. Veloci Ayub is still on a 107.8, so the only person to be in the 7 so far. So it's a good lap set by him, and I think that's him done for the session. Let's see how this AlphaTauri does now. 4.5 tenths up. Where does that put him? That puts him very close to P2. I don't think it's going to be enough to be in P1, but it's definitely going to be a good little shout at a front row chance. Comes across the lime green, sets a lap, and it's a P3, 108.3, so not bad at all. We've got Nacho not setting anything, Fandango not being able to improve. Dragon on speed is marginally improving, but it's not going to be enough to put him in a better position unless he can really nail this last sector. We've got Draper 7/10 down, going for a 108 flat, which will put him P2, so we'll stick on board with this. That can't be right, because he's only gone through 2 corners and he's 7/10 down. 7/10 up, sorry. There we go. There's a real delta. 1/10. Oh, and he's invalidated. He's invalidated, and he's shown a bit of aggression because of it after setting a good first sector. Craigo, I think, is just starting his lap at the moment. Where did Dragon place? Dragon did improve by quite a bit there, to be fair, and got himself up into P5 with a 108 flat 5. Craigo coming across now into the second sector, getting a bit wobbly there. You can see on his wheel the amount of micro adjustments he's having to make to keep the car planted. So maybe it's a setup that will suit the higher weight and higher fuel in the race session, but still not looking too bad at the moment. Ooh, is a Williams there? I think that is might be Bunnies, who's yet to set a lap time. Won't be setting a lap time at all anymore because of we've gone past that period where you can get across the line, and Craigo not setting a better lap. Draper in P7, Fandango sticking to P6, not being able to improve. Dragon just jumps Fandango into P5. Nacho stays P4. KXI jumps into P3 with a good lap to finish off the session for him. Ross takes P2 at the moment, and Veloci takes P1 quite convincingly, about 2.5 tenths clear from P2. The rest of the grid looking a bit spaced out when you look at times, but it doesn't surprise me with such a short track. A lot of errors to be made in a lap like this. You constantly swinging the car around, not much time to think and worry. But yeah, Bunny's not setting a lap. Polishman not setting a lap. Harry Palmer getting disqualified. Mazel's not set. Mazel's did set a lap. Set a 109.2, but it is at the back of the grid. And I'll be honest, I thought more of Mazel's. I thought after last season's chances at Brazil that he would have been doing a bit better in qualifying than that. But that is the session over. I'm going to have a bit of break now. Have a drink, and then once we get into the session, we'll get back to talking waffle, and I'll see you then. Right, okay, I've had a bit of a sip. I'm gonna have another one, because why not? Because I need it. My throat feels like sandpaper and it's only qualifying, so. Bloody hell. Right, sorry for the little hiatus, but I am back now. Bloody hell, it's taken a while though. But I should be good now. For the rest of the session, no more breaks, should be good. Right. Anything else in the chat? Nope, nothing at the moment. Right, we're getting the starting lights now. So, well, not lights, but the countdown towards the lights. We'll have a formation lap first, where we can have a look at the strategies of each driver. And then we'll be getting into the first lap of the race. How many laps are in the Brazil? Is it 36? I think I remember 36. Yeah, it is 36. Okay, cool. Right, let's have a look at the tyres then. Ooh, got a soft runner. Little Juan. It's quite aggressive. Right, again, sorry for that. Just have to tend to something else. But I'm back for the race. The important part. So, yeah. A lot of hard runners, a lot of medium runners. one soft runner, quite aggressive strategy from Little Juan, but let's see how it goes. A lot of disqualifications. 17-degree tyres. Might have a few people getting a bit bogged down at the start with the glitch of the disqualification. It does put your tyres off, and we're off to a start already. Mazda's retired. What on earth has gone on at the back of there then? It's a safety car already. That is... what the hell? I mean, I know I said I'd like a safety car this week, so I gotta have a bit of a break, but it's not really a break if it's happening right at the start. How on earth has there been a safety car before we've even hit turn 1? That's unreal. Harvey's come out of turn 3 later than the safety car. Shows you how early it's come out. Mazel's been taken out, I'm guessing. What on earth? If anyone has any input in the chat about what the hell's just happened, I'd highly appreciate it. But we got IRTI Connects taking a bit of a spin in Sector 2 for the Williams. Under safety car, which is not very good. But yeah, we didn't get to talk about the tyres. I was talking about something else. And I had to go somewhere very quickly. But hard runners for the top 3. Medium for P4 and P5. We're dragging on hards just behind them. Fandango in on the mediums. The hard runners down from P8 to P13. Polish man on mediums. Hards for Harry Palmer. Mediums for Bunnies. Soft for Little Juan. Which I'm wondering if we'll see a changing of straight away when we are. So it's not too bad for him because he started at the back. Well, he's at the back anyway, so it gives him a free chance to get past the legacy rule of switching his compounds. And yeah, mediums for the rest of them behind him then. Right, sorry again. Yeah, so we're gonna have the 2 of these catching up to the rest of the grid now, and then we'll see if I don't think it will go in this lap. So we'll have one more go around until we get onto the racing. It's basically going to be a rolling start because we didn't get to see any racing at all from turn 1. There's a lot of mediums on the grid now. We had a few people pitting. So if we look at the position changes. So Ross actually jumped Veloce Ayub once off the line, so they swapped around for P1 and P2. KXI and Nacho staying in their desired positions. We've got Ferguson jumping 3, Dragon, Fandango and Draper all dropping 1. Obviously that'll be to Ferguson who's jumped all 3 of them off the start, so a very good start for him. Craigo stayed in his own position, so I'm guessing all the carnage was from P11 and below, because that's where Mazel's was, and that's where all the positions have mildly changed. Obviously we had a few people pit, 1 or 2 people pit from the get-go, so there's going to be a bit of a real reshuffling just from that, but still there's a lot more positions moved than just 2 drivers there, so interested to find out what happened there. Little Juan obviously being one of the ones that pitted, I think alongside Mighty Baguette, if I'm not wrong. Yes, there we go. Hello?
Hello? Invite me quick.
What?
Quick. Invite me. Yeah, okay. Quick.
Sorry. We're there.
Do I need to move our Draper?
You can do. I muted him.
Okay.
There you go. I think there's a spot. There should be a spot. Unless someone's got a sneaky engineer.
Oh my god, Mazel is out.
Oh, I've been on mute. No, I've been on mute for the whole restart.
You have been on mute.
Oh, Christ. Well, I was talking about it, but Drake was just had a spin. We've had Nacho and KXI having a bit of a battle. Ooh, KXI spun. Bunnies is out. What on earth's going on? Oh, Bunnies just had a big crash coming out of the Hamilton Verstappen corner. But yeah, was I muted when I gave you your introduction as well?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Well, basically, I'll sum it up. I can't be able to say it as well as I did the first time. But this is Bailey, Basil Fox. He's won this tier. He's the champion.
I am your tier 3 champion.
Ooh, another spin there. Harry Palmer taking a dive in the last two corners. Coming out of the left-hander. That's going to put him down into P16. Little one coming close. This is chaotic to start with. It's so many spins. Gautier getting the outside of Craigo. Craigo sends it to keep position on the inside. And he manages to do it just about. Fandango just outside of DRS. Same with Dragon. Ferguson just a few tenths off of the top two. But Veloce Ibe, who was on pole, is looking to try and get his P1 back. And he's sticking with the Alpine. But yeah, a lot of gaps in the grid already. Nacho getting very close to Little Juan in the Alfa Romeo. Is one mic a bit quiet? Or is it good?
It's a bit quiet. Well, it's a bit quiet in my party.
Right, let me listen to the stream.
Have you said anything about the amount of hard starters? Class.
I was muted to see if my mic was... Oh, Leon spun. He should
Leon,
be screaming
help!
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Leon has spun a bit. Ross setting the fastest lap at the moment, as he is the first of the grid to do so. Dragon staying in P4, Fandango also, so they've had a bit of a stagnant race at the moment, not looking to move anywhere, and they've got gaps all the way behind them and in front of them as well. So it doesn't really surprise me. It's just, again, everything just spacing out a bit. Now, Polish man looking to send it on the Haas on the inside. He does it pretty well as well. Stays on track, gets the position done. Got yellow flags, and I think it's for RTI Connect.
Nice, Leon.
Leon. Leon. Okay, Leon's had a bit of a spin coming into the first two corners. Fandango.
It must be hard to try and drive an F1 race and save Ashley at the same time.
You what?
It must be very hard.
Shut up, man. But just for reference, he's talking about Resident Evil because he's addicted to it at the moment, and he's just saying stupid references because there's a character called Leon. Right.
Have you said anything about the amount of people starting on hards?
No, but I did say a bit about how many people have started on mediums. So technically, yeah. But to be fair, you want to start on hards?
No.
Why not?
No.
Right.
Because
to be fair, I'm listening to a mind of a tier 3 driver, so let me hear.
So many people have started on hard, right? They're all going to pit about a similar time, and there's 3 mediums in the top 10.
Yeah.
So when they switch, one, they're going to be faster because they're going to be on fresher hards against old hards still out on track, and 2 of them are going to have clear air.
Yeah.
I would much rather be Ferguson or CRR Fandango right now.
Yeah, to be fair, with a risk of safety car as well, if one comes out...
Exactly.
Like now,
but hell, I won the league relying on safety cars. It's tier 3.
fair enough. Veloci Ibe still looking to take his position back, but he's not getting much closer. He's just sticking in that half a second gap, but he has got DRS now. Ooh, yellow flags. Ooh, it's for an Alpine. I think that's Leon again.
Leon!
Shut up. KXI taking a bit of a spin as well. Not the only one in the Alpha to do so. Yeah. Everything's spacing out again now. We've got MKP looking to make a move on this straight.
Oh, lead.
Oh, he's going for it, is he? Oh, he has. Oh, they're getting closer to contact, a bit closer with wheel banging. Oh, we've seen this before. We saw this with you
nice
and... who did we see this with? You and Gioshi won it last season.
Gio, yeah.
You pushed him off track, so they did a bit better than you two. But that one was quite impressive to watch. Just like that. Ferguson's getting very close now because of the battling, because they lost track time.
He's in such a good position, Ferguson. I think.
If he can get past them and build a gap, because it's dependent on a safety car. Is that Leon again? At the back? I think it is Leon again.
Oh, they do stay with it. Oh!
Veloce, I have taken a spin in a corner that we've seen many times today already. So early on, and that puts Ferguson in an even better spot. He's got DRS, luckily, because Ferguson was there. Veloce I was there just before the detection. He was just in about a second with Ross. So he just about grabbed it. He's going to pull along Fandango as well. Fandango's now gone from a spot of bother being on his own with no DRS to just being pulled along. But Ferguson's been dropped a little bit now as Ross pushes the battery to try and make that gap from the Diane mediums. And although you said mediums would be the go-to, this is the part now where if there isn't a safety car, he's going to lose so much time on this coming into the pit.
Well, when he had DRS in, didn't even use any ERS to stay within 1 second.
No, but they were battling up front though.
No, Ferguson.
Oh, right.
Just then when he had DRS.
Fandango was also dropping out a little bit. He's not got much battery to use to get back in either, so looking to go to a bit of a stalemate once again with the top 3 and top 4 really. Polish man not within P4 either. Craigo is. So Craigo's the only one looking to make positions in his top 6. Sticking in the DRS, but he's still quite far out, so he can be pushed out himself. We've got McLaren on the back of Gautier Fellon in the Haas now, coming across to make an easy move, it looks like. The Haas really attempts to try and stick it around the outside. Doesn't quite play off, but he is going to have DRS on this next straight, but it doesn't matter. He's had a spin. He's had a bit of a tank slapper coming out of the centre S's, and it's cost him quite a bit. Might be get taken position from him. So has Veloce, the Never driver, who has spun to similar fate. But Harry Palmer's taking a spin as well in the same area of track. A lot of spins already for 10 laps. But
Josh.
What?
Jacob Booth knows a commentator when he sees one.
Right.
Or hears one.
Right, what's he said?
I'll let you read it, pal.
I can't laugh because I got bad chest.
Well, for one, I've actually read a comment.
Yeah. WGC wins in CRL, Josh 0, Basil 1.
Yep.
No one listening to. Alright, cool. Well, you know.
I've also noticed that Fandango out of nowhere is in DRS.
Yeah, he's just crawled back up. They're both on mediums, so it's going to be interesting. They're going to be pitting at similar times as well.
Yeah, no battery.
12% it looks like.
Oh!
Ferguson's got loads.
That was contact.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think Ferguson's happy to let him through here because he can just get him back on the straight pretty easily with a 50% battery. But Fandango looks like he's got the pace on him though, like initially.
Well, he's got big shoes to fill as well, Ferguson.
Yeah, I mean he's in the Red Bull. I mean they've just lost the drivers' champion and they've replaced him with a man called Ferguson. So he's gonna have to pull his weight to carry on the pedigree. Is there much else going on up across the grid, or everyone else is just balancing out? How Palmer's close to Draper.
Big moment from Ferguson.
Yeah.
Loses DRS. Fandango.
Bloody hell. And he's got the battery as well. I don't know why he hasn't used a bit to... You'll get back in though. You'll 100% get back in. Because Fandango's flashing like a Christmas tree. And Ferguson's still got 40%.
You love that phrase so much.
Yeah, I do use it a lot. It's one of my go-tos. That and tricky track. I think I say tricky track about 17 times per race. Especially if it's a tricky track. And most tracks are tricky tracks.
Josh, shut up.
The Polish man getting close to Dragon, splitting the Aston Martins. They were quite close in China as well, so it doesn't surprise me that they're quite close on pace in Brazil. Obviously, Dragon on speed got very unlucky in China last week, getting hit in the rear by a Mercedes, I think it was. I think it was a Mercedes, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on it. But yeah, getting very close now between these three. Craigo, although it is his teammate, is probably hoping that Polish man brings a bit of a fight to Dragon, so you can pull him back into the group of them. I think behind them we got some close racing going on as well. It's just Polish man again. Sorry, we got Little Juan coming up on the back of MKP, but MKP is quite far ahead, so they're not going to be looking at a move just yet on the hard tyres. Ooh, oh my god! I thought Dragon spun then, but no, he just gets overtaken by Polish man at the moment, and unfortunately for Craigo, it's not going to pull him into the mix just yet. He's very close to catching DRS, but I think he's just missed out on it by about a minimal margin. Fandango now losing.
Yeah, I just want to say, now he's catching with 5% ERS.
Yeah, he's got good pace.
Yeah, but his
if
battery management
catching,
is...
To be catching 13 laps into a medium stim when he's
Yeah.
got hards on ahead, he's got good pace. Like, Harvey's retired. It's in the pits. So no safety car as of yet. Well, did you see the safety car we had?
No.
We had a safety car before turn 1. I don't know how.
What?
I don't know how, but Mazel's died on impact, like just as the lights went out.
Rip.
So it was really weird. And Mazel's was I can't remember where he finished last season, but he was in the top mix with you lot. I remember that. I remember having a good race.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you seeing his battery management?
What, from Fandango? He's on 0%. Yeah, he's doing well.
He's got it, you see, he can't keep getting away with this. He cannot keep getting away with this.
The papaya McLaren's somehow just about breaking into DRS. He's got it. He's got it with
He's
zero
got
battery.
it. He's got. Oh. Well, fair play.
The thing is, though, although he's very close to him, when Ross gets the mediums on and Fandango gets the hards on, it's I don't know, because he's doing so well with him with the weight that I think even on the hards he could probably compete against fresh mediums. Really close fighting. Ferguson's been dropped a bit from the gang of three. Polish man is trying to creep up on Ferguson. They're both on mediums. Draper takes a 3-second penalty. Craigo and Dragon sticking together at the moment. Craigo getting into the DRS, which is probably what he wanted after looking at the Mercedes battering his teammate. He's just about in it, so he should be able to carry on with his teammate. Polish man got away from the Aston Martins. We've got Little Juan, who's trailing quite far back compared to the rest of the grid. Compared to the rest of the top 6. And then after that, 2 following him in DRS as well. Then we've got the big gap, which is Velociraptor, who was looking so promising to win the race. Now 8 seconds behind Fandango. You can tell his tyres are struggling now, because he's really struggling in the corners. He's good on the straight. Look at him on the straight. He's not got DRS, and he's caught catching up by 2 tenths.
He's got pace.
He must be using low air. I think there was a bit of wobble from Ross then, if I'm not mistaken. But if you look at the battery on Ross, Ross has got him by threefold, and he's struggling to get away. Maybe he doesn't want to get away. Maybe he's trying to keep his tyres well and just focus on the medium stint to pull away.
Josh.
Yeah.
Nobody in Tier 3 has the capabilities to tyre manage.
There you go.
I don't know anyone who tyre manages in any tier.
Oh, Nacho Harry Palmer. Nacho taking a spin. You can't be mad at what's been
You
said.
tyre manage.
Yeah, you got to. Sometimes you got to.
No
Like,
chance.
Yeah, you can't like push 100% on like some certain tracks, like Bahrain. You gotta be careful.
I do.
With them. Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, but I'm Tier 3 champion and you're not.
Yeah, but you're not spinning the rears at all, are you? Because you've got full traction control on. It's easier to. What? It's easier to. I'm not. You're coming at me. It's easier to manage tyres when the lock.
Polish is past Ferguson.
Yeah, he has. Ooh, Polish man.
He's made 16 positions.
Oh, Ferguson's trying to stick it on the inside. he backs out. Probably the best thing to do there. He did have the pace to stick with him, but it's not a corner you really want to go side by side with. I think you went side by side with Jeroen last season there and took a penalty because of it. And then go back into the TRS again.
This is balmy.
It is a bit balmy. He's 16 laps in on mediums, and they're still running like they're fresh. It's unreal.
Well, he has to win this race.
He'll be looking to pit soon. He's only got 20 laps to go. If he pits now, he's got a pretty nice split on the strategy. But
Well,
he's looking to overtake him. Yeah.
I mean, look at the battery. I've never seen anything quite like it. If someone teaches this kid how to battery manage. Oh! Oh, that is not a very safe. Oh, that is quite a naughty rejoin.
No. He was going so well, but like I said, he must be using a low downforce setup because he's an absolute rocket on the straights. But yeah, I tell you what, some of the funnest bit of a race that I've seen in quite a while. But yeah, he takes the spin. Ross is probably wiping the sweat from his brow because he had a monster to work with in his final stint. But for now, he's free. So let's see if his pace changes now because of that. Polish man takes us up to P2. And how many positions did you say he jumped? 17
Well, it's now
positions.
17.
Jesus Christ, Ferguson.
You were a nightmare and all for me last year.
Who, Polish man?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Oh Jesus! I'm pretty sure he smashed into me in qualifying like 2 or 3 times. Wasn't he the guy at Singapore?
No, that was Wild Dog. I probably shouldn't say that name. He's banned. He's banned.
Apologies, Polish man.
Harry Palmer taking a spin there.
Polish or Polish? Might be Polish man.
No.
He might just love
not
polishing.
It's not Mr. Sheen. He is Polish. I'm pretty sure.
What if he really likes polishing?
Or just loves a bit of Mr. Sheen. Gets the cabinet out with a microfiber.
Yeah.
Maybe. I did a bit of polishing earlier. I swear to God.
Oh.
Sort of my room last night. It is a spin. From who? From who? Chris Gamara?
Connect.
Connected, Jeroen. Not the first time he's done it today. Pits. Oof, we got jumping in. We got Nacho. I thought it was one of Ross or Ferguson then in the lead, but it's not. Ross. It's not going to be long until the hard runners start to pit because we're nearly halfway through now. We're pretty much are halfway through the race. Oh, Polish man takes it off. He takes it off and he's going to lose position because of it. He's going to lose too. He's gone onto the grass on the dying mediums. Oh, he's trying to send it on the outside there to keep position. And he's done so pretty well. He's in DRS, so he's going to be alright for P3 at the moment, but I think he's going to pit. I think once you're near the pit range and you make a mistake like that, it kind of makes the choice for you to just jump in. He's going to get oh, he's bottled it. He's bottled it. He's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. What looked to be such a promising P2 is quite clearly just been dropped the ball.
Fandango's carried on.
Yeah, he's still going on.
Them tyres have got to be cold.
He's not even, honestly, on his pace, like in 20 laps, I can see him gaining 6 or 7 seconds to get back on that podium. He doesn't even need to gain 6 seconds.
He has to pit soon.
He's going to have to, yeah. He's got a little train of 3 behind him, split train, although a train. But yeah, Aston Martin's sticking together again. They're on the same tyre, so they're going to have to split the strategies up because they're going to have to go 1 lap earlier or after each other. They can't double stack; they'll lose too much time. Little Juan sticking to the back of Fandango, which is probably good for him. Fandango's probably holding just as much pace as the hard runners still somehow. Ross is absolutely just got away from the grid now after Polish man's error as well. Ferrari, we got Veloce Iob's taking another spin, and he's going to rejoin. Oh, it's a pretty awful rejoin, but what's Fandango done? Ooh, Baguette making a move.
Full ERS down the straight to keep it under 10% and just a refusal to pit.
Well,
it's a bold strategy.
If everyone pits and a 6 car comes out, which is likely with the cold tyres, it's going to be crazy. If he can get to pit under a safety car and take all them positions back willingly free. MKP close to a red flashing Ferrari. Not looking to do too much right now though. Again, these Aston Martins sticking together like glue. Right on the back of Ferguson's. Ferguson's going to have to pit soon as well. He's on the mediums. And you can tell they're starting to die off no matter how quick you are. They're just crawling all over the back of him now to take them positions, especially Craigo, the first of the Aston Martins. Is he going to jump into the pits?
Hell no.
Yeah, it's about time really. So the Aston Martins will take. That is a very slow pit entry.
Very thin.
I mean, better safe than sorry, but that's going to lose him a bit of time. Even the Aston Martins are flashing like it's Christmas now. I did a variation there. I didn't say Christmas tree. I said Christmas because everything flashes on Christmas. What's the next holiday? What holiday can I reference?
The
retirement of calculus.
My birthday.
Is that a holiday? When? Your birthday? When's your birthday?
Feb 8th. Or.
What do you mean, or?
Or different holiday. Different holiday.
I thought you had 2 birthdays.
No. Veloce's gone on soft. Now, this is an incredibly bold strategy.
Very. I don't think softs are going to make it. I think I can say that with chest. Even though I've not got much of a chest at the moment with this weather. But yeah, gaps starting to form again now. We've got Little Juan still on the back of Fandango. Fandango is still yet to pit. And
he's still using the battery.
He's not pitted again.
Oh.
Safety car. We've got... No, sorry, what am I on about? It's just what I'm hoping for. But Draper's taking a spin in the second sector. Not pulled out a safety car. I can't believe that Fandango's still going. He's got to be on puncture territory, 22 laps on medium. He's going for softs, isn't he? He's definitely going for softs.
He can't.
Yeah, he's definitely... There's no reason to stay out this long on mediums unless you're going for the softs. You've got yellow flag again for Williams at the back. I think that is IRT Connects, and it is. Yeah, Fandango must be going for softs. Corner cut there.
Yeah, or okay.
Yeah, there's just I don't see him taking hards for like. Why would you take the mediums for longer than the hards? You may as well just go on softs at that point.
Well, that was the reason to pit about 3 laps ago.
Yeah, just split it up evenly. Draper pits now.
But then, if he does pit for softs, then the time he's losing now on the mediums, they're getting on the hards. So he's just...
Yeah, he's going to get overcut, pretty much. He stayed out again, I can't believe it.
It's
very bold. Little Juan's going to be... Little Juan's going to pit before him in a minute. I don't know what Little Juan would do here. I think he's got to try and push past him because Fandango's going to be losing too much time. Although he's rapid at the moment, he's been the fastest car on the grid for the first half of the track. But just like that, Ferguson's setting fastest lap of the session on hard just shows you that their mediums are no longer the top.
Oh lord!
Oh, safety
Fandango,
car.
you
Oh
dancer.
my god! Fandango's he's gonna go on soft, isn't he?
Bloke's a genius.
Is he though?
No, he's not. He's an idiot.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, for God's...
Oh no! For the lot of you that have just missed that, Fandango's just picked up a drive-through penalty. So that waiting for the safety car to come out, all waiting to go on softs, has not paid off. Wow, that is a heartbreaker, a glass shatterer, a bell ringer. I don't know. I'm waffling here, but he's gonna. Oh god, that's hell. The thing is, he was gonna have to go on either hards or softs because he hasn't changed tyre.
Yeah, what does Ferguson do?
What does Ferguson do? Where is Ferguson? So Ferguson's in P8 at the moment on hards. He stayed.
Oh!
He might have cut the line. I think one of the Booth brothers in the chat might put that in Steward's eye. That might be a bit of a
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it was a late call. I think it's a hard decision to make, so it doesn't surprise me.
I think he had stayed out.
No, I don't think so. I think because he's only lost a position. It's much better to get that fresh set of mediums, like, than take one position.
Nah, he was third, wasn't he?
No, he was in P8.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he boxed hard.
Well, he's box of mediums now.
Yeah, but he was
Oh
third.
yeah, I get you.
And then went,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's only lost one position, so the chances are he'll get fourth. I'm sure he can make one position back after everyone else pits. So let's have a look at the pits actually.
Fandango's out, really.
Fandango's, yeah, he's really. There can still be a safety car, to be fair. Safety car can come out up until lap 33, so he's got enough time for a bit of luck to go his way. But yeah, he's gonna have to serve the drive-through instantly, and then hope for another callback to the top of the grid. But it's really going to be a hope from now on, not just his pace. Ross is looking good though. Craigo, the Red Bull, Aston Martins are looking fantastic. They've stuck together like glue across the whole race, and it looks like they're going to have a good chance of taking a double podium for it. It'll be the first of the season. Very interesting. I'm not too sure if we had a double podium last year, so we'll see. But yeah, a lot of people still yet to catch up, so we'll probably have we won't have another lap. Sorry, we'll be in next lap. So these lot are going to have to hurry up. A lot of these Fandango's heating tyres, but if I was Fandango, I would do my best to serve this penalty on the same lap that the race restarts.
Yep.
Because you'll lose the least time while people are battling. So I don't know if warming tyres is the best thing to do. It's not going to matter anyway. You may as well have safer grip than not. But yeah, Dragons on 3 lap old mediums. It's not that much of a difference, but when it comes to the last few laps, you will find it can be quite different with a drop off. It'll be 2 laps earlier than everyone else. So we're going to chat, see if anything else is going on, see if I've been slandered by an admin again. No, nothing else. But have you seen Veloce Ayub?
Have I seen?
Veloce Ayub Junior.
That's my boy.
He's on Inters.
That man gets it.
Well, if he catches up too quick, this safety car is going to come in. So he needs to not catch up, because if he does, it can call the safety car in. But I think he's all right. The safety car's not coming in this lap, so he's got another chance to get fresh rubber on. He's going to go on soft. He's going to try and do 10 laps, which will be quite a viewing. Fandango is obviously on soft as well, but he's going to be serving a drive-through. And then those tyres aren't going to make it much. Well, they will make it, but they won't make it very nicely to the end. So yeah, hoping for safety car for him. I think it's going to be a bit chaotic with some of these drivers. We've got Nacho on 8 lap old hards. Everyone else on the same level of medium ahead of him. We got Baguette on 4. So there could be a bit of a squabble for positions off this restart, I think. I've just realised.
Yep.
Why is Veloce Ayub not pitted again?
Is it gonna rain? Is the rumours of rain?
I haven't heard any rumours of rain. I'll tell you what, this is a good chance for me to unmute Draper and ask if he can do us a favour. Draper, are you here?
Hello, everybody. How are
Hello.
you? To answer your question, yes, there is rain due.
Oh my!
So at the start of the safety car, it was 5 minutes away from rain.
Oh
So
wow!
I was boxed for Inters for that.
Oh wow! This is going to be interesting. Thank you for that. I'll let you get on with the restart and good luck.
Safety car in. Here we go.
All right, good luck. It's alright. There you go. Nice little feature from Draper. It's in P30 at the moment. I have to spin it about 17 times, but hopefully you can do better on this restart. To be fair, I reckon it might be chaotic. Oh, there's collision for MKP.
Is the rumours of rain?
Did you not hear?
No.
Oh, it's raining!
Holy shit.
The safety car's in. Ross has got away clear. As we'll skip down the order now to see any battling. into Tier 1. Oh, when we do, we see a McLaren and an AlphaTauri on his wheel bagging from MKP, and he takes... Oh, that might be an illegal overtake. Because he did take off track, but I think he's...
Oh!
Oh, it was an illegal overtake. MKP's didn't make damage. Veloce Iams on the Inters. The only person to do it.
He's past one.
Someone's got damage ahead because of MKP's poor shenanigans of moving over to give away his illegal overtake.
Oh, Fandango's got a drive-through and he's going to need to pit for Inters.
Oh god. If another safety car comes out now, Fandango is screwed, by the way, because he will get disqualified. He needs to pit now and as soon as possible. He needs to jog, he needs to run, he needs to sprint into that pit lane. It is rated though, and Draper did say there was...
Oh!
What's going on?
Shunts in the bike.
Oh wow.
I'm rooting for Veloce so hard.
Yeah, let's get on with him and see how he does. But Fandango is into the pits now to serve his drive-through. He's keeping up on the Inters, but they're going to be warm to hell. But because there's only 10 laps left, why is Fandango not pitted? Why is Fandango not pitted?
It's just not raining hard enough, is it, for him?
Maybe it's a glitch and he hasn't seen that he's got a drive-through. But if a safety car comes out now, he's going to get disqualified. Ferguson and Polishman having a battle. Ferguson gets overtaken by Polishman. He's still raining, but it's not a lot. The track isn't greasing up quick enough.
No, it's spitting.
IRTI Connects jumps in now, but I don't think he's going to be able to gain time. Well, he's way too far to be able to make an advantage of the wet coming along. Excuse me. Mighty Beget on the back of Fandango. Fandango has to pit. If he doesn't pit now, I think he's going to get disqualified next lap.
Yeah, I think he is.
He's pit. But this is... No. If there's a safety car now...
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought if there's... Fandango's pitted for his drive-through, which is good, but there was yellow flags in the last sector, and I thought...
It was Draper.
Oh, was it? Draper's had a bit of a spin. I thought that it was going to pull a safety car out and absolutely screw Fandango over, but no, it hasn't. We got Harry, Palmer and Veloce. Oh, Harry Palmer getting very close to Nacho there. They try to go side by side, one on the medium, one on the hard, in the greasy tracks. What's going to happen? Not much of a send from Harry Palmer there in the changing conditions. Polish one on the back of KXI now, very close. Ross has got away a little bit, but it's not going to matter too much with DRS. It's going to get disabled within the next 2 laps, I think. Dragon on speed. Ooh! Harry Palmer taking a spin, no damage by the looks of it. No chance.
I've just checked. Veloce's losing about a 1.5 lap.
1.5 a lap.
Yeah, so far.
Right. This might be one where people. The retirement on track by Harry Palmer is he going to cause a safety car? I don't think it is. I think it's a. I don't think it's a crash. I think it's a. Oh, it is a crash.
Disabled.
Yes, it's disabled.
And everyone's past the P's. Oh, come on, Veloce.
Ferguson and oh god. Oh, Ferguson a bit aggressive there with Gautier, Le Filon, Filet Mignon.
Veloce's gap to the leader at the start of the lap, 14.5 seconds. What will it end on?
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
If everyone pits for Inters, he's going to be in the lead.
Yeah, this is going to be quite the feat if it does happen. It was such a gamble at the start, but I think it might... Oh! Is a Haas off? Does he have damage? Is he going to
need to get past his Williams.
Where is he? There he is. Well, the track's greasing up. You can tell by how dark it is. Yellows for I might Beget losing the car. You can tell that the tyres are starting to fall away on the wrong surface now. Oh, he's sending it into the
He has to. He has to. He's got to use some battery.
He needs to be careful. He doesn't want to be in the inside here. Because if Nacho needs to pit, he's got him. He's completely got him. Oh my god. Is going
people have stayed out. This is insane.
Well,
he started the lap 14.5 seconds, gaps the leader. He ends it 14.7, so...
If there's a safety car now, it's going to royally screw with him. He needs there not to be, and that he can just get on with his race now. Let's just stick on board with Dragon on 9-lap-old mediums and see how he's handled it. A big wobble already as we get onto his onboard cameras. This is looking spicy. It's not even raining much, but you can tell that the track is just slowly
this is
washing
fun.
away. Veloce Ayub, 7.7 seconds from, let's get the leader interval, 14.6. Remember that for lap 31. It's a crash on track! And it is a safety car!
Safety car!
That's not good for Veloce Ayub at all.
Is it not?
No,
I think it is.
The front four are going to have fresh mediums and they're going to slot in right behind him. Fresh inters, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It'll still put him in the lead. Oh, drive through for TI Connects. It will put him in the lead. Fandango gets a chance. Fandango gets his second chance.
Yeah, softs.
He soldiered through and didn't lose much time. And he's onto the. That's why he went onto the softs, because the weather was changing. We didn't know that, obviously. Why is he not pit? What is he doing? What is he doing? You guys who have watched me commentate from last season, I don't throw shade at any drivers at all. But this, unless he knows information that I don't know, is a stupid idea to stay out on these softs.
He's rogue and I love it.
Yeah, he has gone rogue. He's off the bridle, but is that a good reference?
No, not really.
Oh. Okay, I thought I nailed it then. There's a lot you know as well. Bailey's into his donkeys, so his French donkeys mostly. So I tried to make a horse reference, but
Yeah, mate.
I'm crap.
Speaking of French donkeys,
Right.
we've got a live stream exclusive, commentator exclusive.
Yeah.
125 Cancer Mojo Ego.
Mojo Ego. What's the odds on that?
Evens.
Evens. I tell you what. That is my bet of the
W
day.
money.
Fantastic. Why is he still out?
I love it.
He's going to lose positions now. He would have kept them a bit if he pitted last lap. There's no way he doesn't pit now. He's got to pit. Yeah, he's pitting now, surely.
Nah, stay out.
No, he's pitting.
No.
He's going to lose a lot of position because of it, though, because he's let people catch up to the back of him, so it's a bit weird. Watch him go on softs now. Dragon on speed. Well, all these Veloce Ayub's in P1 with 8-lap-old inters, and they're not going to be worn to 8 laps. They're going to be worn to more than that because he was out on them in the dry, so they would have been cooking, like cooking, really, really hard. These lot on 1-lap-old inters is going to be interesting. There's going to be 3 laps of racing. Not even that. This is going to be chaotic.
On one hand, Veloce has gambled. He's been rewarded with the race lead.
Off.
It has paid off so far. On the other hand, Ross, poor lad, has led every lap.
No, but I think he's still got a fair chance to win though because of the difference.
Yeah, of course he has.
I just would have loved to see Fandango in this top battle at the end because his pace was absolutely wicked at the start. But maybe that was because of a low downforce setup and it might not have worked in this condition. It's the first time we've seen the Aston Martins get split up today as well. Dragon in 4th, Craigo in P10. Obviously they had to pit on separate laps because of being in the same pit box. So all they did put on the same lap and I didn't notice, and they've one of them took a price of a double stack to get onto these inters.
Yeah, double stack.
Right, safety car's in this lap. Not much notice at all. Let's get on board with Veloce Ayub and see
3 laps of racing.
Yeah, it's going to be mental, I think. He's gone.
He's gone. He's got a nice. Yeah, he's got a nice jump on the field.
Little Juan is on the outside. Let's get this off. You don't want to see the tyre. Oh, and he's put his hand up in disgrace. He's been wheel banged.
But he's through.
He is through. Anything else going on behind them as we jump down the grid? Everything seems to be looking okay. Yep, and we got IT connecting the pits for some reason. That was drive-through, sorry. Yeah, that's why. The little one's taking Ross. Like, I don't know why I'm surprised. We just commentated over that. Kick.
Nice.
Excited 4th, Dragon in 5th. Craigo getting ahead of Polish man. Polish man. Oh, there's a McLaren taking out Rolex meter boards. Must be a Hublot fan. Draper into P10 with his penalty at the moment. Polish man obviously dropping down after taking a trip to the grass. As he connects obviously at the back and at the series drive through. But Veloce Arab's doing well. He's got 2 more laps to stay ahead. And he's holding a good gap. He's even gaining time out of the corners. A lot of his competitors have been pushed behind a bit, like Ross and Fandango and Ferguson, because of strategy. So it's going to be really interesting to see where this unfolds. Dragon looking to make a move on KXI, pushing up towards the back of his car, but can't quite get enough on the straight to do so. Also Craigo trying to do the same, another Aston Martin, trying to push up onto the Haas and get that position back for P8. IT Kinetics gets another penalty at the back, so it's not going to really matter. But look at this, Craigo is really pushing to make a move. Is he going to set it down the inside? He's not alongside at all. And he doesn't decide. Oh no, he does something worse. He hits him in the rear instead. And he's going to take a position because of it. That's disgraceful. I mean, if you punt and pass him like that, you can't take the position. You got to let him through.
I would get your eyes back to the lead.
Oh, right, okay.
It has bunched big time.
Yeah, little one right on the back of him now. You can tell those inters are worn to nothing. Fandango taking a position lost down at the back with Polish man. But yeah, Ross is really pressuring Little Juan to do something here because he's pushing up against him.
They're all fairly, relatively same battery as well.
Yeah,
that's just fun.
They're going for it. They're gonna have to. Little Juan's gonna go for it. We'll go on to the onboard of the Alpine for the best view of this battle. They're going side by side. Ihab's trying.
Oh, that's a wheel bang.
Ihab's doing his best to stay ahead, and he has a little bit, but I think the Alfa Romeo is going to get the better run. Look at the run from the Alpine. Oh, and he's actually contact.
Oh, what is Juan doing?
Oh, it's free.
And through goes Ross.
Ross takes it up the inside for the double move, but the Ferrari's doing his best to stay ahead.
Oh,
contact. There's contact again. And nothing changes. The grid stays the same, going on to the... Oh, we're on the last lap. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh. The Ross hits the back of the Alfa Romeo. They're fighting the wrong person. They need to be going against Veloce, not each other.
Oh, that's Ross.
Draper's somewhere. I don't know where Draper is, but it looked like he cut the entire track there on the mini-map. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
Is Little Juan going to be able to do it on the straight?
He had more straight line speed, it looked like.
Yeah,
well,
I think the gap's a bit
too
big now.
Veloce's not using his battery. Oh, he is now.
I think Veloce might get reported for forcing off Little Juan, though. I think it's going to be decided in the stewards' room, I have to be honest.
For me, Juan's running to Veloce. I know.
And that is the top 3. Veloce, Little Juan and Ross takes the podium spots. KXI
Veloce innocent in my book.
Dragon and Craigo once again joined by the hip at the end of the race. P5 and P6, Gautier P7, Fandango P8, P9 for Mighty Baguette and Ferguson P10. Draper rounding out the top of the bottom 10 in P11, and then we'll get on to the rest once we see the grid once again. But what a race. I was going to say maniotic, but that's not a word. I was going to say maniac and chaotic at the same time. That was chaotic. And they were a bunch of maniacs on track.
What a gamble. What a gamble.
It was a hell of a gamble, to be fair. I think a little bit more track time and it wouldn't have paid off. I think if there was another lap or two, it would have been a bit mad. That, I tell you what, that was an absolutely insane race. I'm going to unmute Draper now and see how he thinks of this race. Hello?
Oh, hello.
That was mad, wasn't it?
Hello. Yeah, I didn't really see much of it, to be honest. I was too busy spinning again.
Well, if there's one race I recommend watch. It's definitely this one. I did say in the chat beforehand that it wasn't going to be much of a I wasn't going to be too
No, it's not a bad. It's not a
too
bad race.
loud.
The rain was a killer. Five laps to go, and you're telling there's 5 minutes of rain. There's 5 minutes till the rain. It was always going to spree up a bit of a frenetic end. But unfortunately, my setup wasn't for the wet, so I struggled, and I don't know how many others would have been in the same position.
Do you have any idea what happened to Mazzles at the start of the race?
I don't quite know. I started 7th, so where did Mazzle start?
He started 16th, quite far back.
Yeah, I wouldn't have seen anything, but I can only imagine it was someone having problems with traction off the line.
Yeah, probably.
And either Mazzle spun and hit someone, or Mazzles was hit by someone that was spinning, or he spun into a wall or something like that. It's horrible though, all this practice to end on the first lap, but not even on the first lap. To not even make it off the line is tough. But no, Brazil always throws up a good race. But,
I'll get the
I'd have liked to have been up the top a little bit.
Yeah, that was insane. Absolutely insane. There we go, got a full race director just in case anyone needs it. But yeah, my voice is absolutely toasted. Thank you, Bailey, for joining me. I needed that today. I needed to pick me up because my throat is awful. And he's the tier 3 champion, so what else do you expect? But that'll be it for 1 hour 20 from me today. Great race. We'll see you next week for Monaco. Jesus Christ, that's going to be fun. You think of the carnage we had today, and then we're going to do it in Monaco. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's been
Monaco is next week.
Yeah, Monaco is next week. Yeah.
I might even join you next week.
Good. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. We will. We'll see you next week, and see you on Thursday as well. For tier 2 and tier 1. See you within the hour. I think tier 4 will be starting soon today as well. So go and check that out, and then that'll be it from us again. I've repeated that about 3 times. So, ta-ra.